prayer, the religious secret, but it can tell everything about happy science. So I'm gonna try. Yeah, so important, but I'm not sure. I can tell everything or not in this service only 1 hour. So yeah, I'm not confident today, but I think I'm trying to deliver about very essence of a prayer related to subject that we've learned so far from this book. So this will be the conclusion service of these two books, Red and Blue. Yeah, so maybe on the very foundation, we can go up more. So yeah, we need to complete today these two books. Did you read this book already? No. On the way?
I started
Okay.
just the beginning.
Okay. Amazing. This book was written in his 25 to 28. But it's not written in by no one in the world, historically, maybe. So to understand the true meaning of love, I'm gonna try to hold this service about prayer today. Yeah. All right. How's Fernando? Good.
Still okay, slowly. But he just don't want to leave the house.
All right.
He really don't want. He don't want anybody to look at him.
Okay. Got it.
But I think the Lord is giving him comfort. And the disappointing thing about it is that the medical nowadays, they're not interested in the seniors. They're not, and they keep pushing rescheduling, and it's going towards the end of the year already. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Yeah. I believe that because I talked to several other seniors. Same thing, they're being pushed back.
Oh yes. No problem. We are now talking about today's prayer service is very hard. Yeah, I'm about to give up. It's very difficult to convey. So let's make it together. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah. Service is so funny. All right, so it's high time, but I think it's the greatest lecture to you, master's lecture. Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Okay. I'm that point, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, so to start with, reciting the two words spoken by Buddha together. The two words spoken by Buddha, Ryuho Kawa. There is to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy, and Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevailed on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appear the seven colors of rainbow, arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These seven colors help each other, and there appears Buddha land. Buddha land is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love, or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom, or the land of teaching. Especially, this is the land of souls. Rest in peace. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha, sorry, it's not working. Also. Sorry, restart. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. It means you are the boat sailing down the great river. The great river is a symbol of the course of lives. Each of you sails down as a small boat. So you need a boatman. If it were not for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock. And you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down a rapid stream, you need to pant in a stream. Then you can change your course. The true words means the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightened up your days, or to put it another way, the fruit of Buddha's mercy. All of you, now here, listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go steady on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have three aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your past have already gone by, yet still your mistakes will be kept in your minds. That is the reason why you should understand other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both are children of Buddha and brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other, and it's time to forgive each other. This is eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the light of the dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. It will show light to the future, to invite sad people to Buddha land. Now here I command, there shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world. utopia shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believing in one another. The world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas. Believing that the light has reality, believing that love has reality, believing that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we vow to do so. Right, so let us send our gratitude to Lord Kantare to hold a precious lecture. The title is Be Independent and Strong on the very day of his birthday, July 7th in Japan. And we will watch it on the same day here. So let us take a moment to give our sincere gratitude to him. Thank you, Lord Kantare, for giving us the precious lecture every day, every month, every year, while you're on earth, trying your best to humankind as your mercy. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the reason why we are sending our gratitude to him is now is a very tough situation for him. Every moment he give the biggest lecture, all the time, the devils will attack him, and then this time, the biggest devil in the history is attacking him to get in the way. So that is not Lucifer thing on Earth, but the beyond the dark side of the universe. The name Kandahar, the name means the one who get in the way of Lord Kantare. So maybe I'm not familiar with it deeply, but some situations are there around Master's place. So now is in the verge of the crisis, not giving the lecture or not on the very day, but the light is shining too. Then we can know God is bigger than any devil. So yeah, we can believe it. So we're gonna be part of the great help to Master Hokawa. Then we're gonna show our gratitude to Lord Kantare through Gohonzon here and in your home too. Every day, every morning and night, please, until the very day of his birth, the descent. So yeah, I just let you know. Okay, then today is the conclusion of the two books of Red and Blue about 10 principles of Rodo Alcantara from Rodo Alcantara. In the very beginning stage of Happy Science, 1987 to 1988. So we'll complete whole lectures, 10 principles today. Today is the last final lecture, the principle of prayer. And this is most difficult in the content so far, including 3,000 books. So I cannot fully understand it. I just more clearly say, I cannot practice completely this teaching yet. But I can go with you. Yeah. So I begin with the preface, afterward of this book. There are some afterward to the old version of Japanese one is included in the English one, right? So this is published in the 2021 in Japanese revised version, and 2022 this year English version as the new book. But this is a classic book, and then it has the older afterwards. But I show the newest afterward today. Okay, so that says like this: on July 15th, 1991, the celebration of Rodo Alcantara's descent was held in Tokyo Dome, the biggest venue in Japan. A young journalist from Financial Times covered this event and wrote a full-page article stating, "He's beyond Jesus Christ, and Japan bows to a new God." This is the newspaper, right? So the left-hand side is the Financial Times in England, yeah, most prominent newspaper in England. Yeah, you can see Japan bows to a new God, right? So this is his article. And then next line, 25 years later, this journalist has become the head of an American media group. He attended my English lecture in New York, where he heard the prophecy of Donald Trump becoming a new president 1 month prior to the election. Yeah. This is him, Robert Thomson, the CEO of News Corporation, that has under the wing Fox News, Wall Street Journal, and New York Post, right? Now they are trying to reveal the fake news of CNN, right? Yeah. Not Ukraine is very aggressive. Ukraine is not very aggressive now. Yeah. in fact, the newspaper just said Ukraine is very, very going well, but it's about lie. So New York Post is now against these fake news, turned their attitude towards opposite side, towards any news media in America and the world. He is leading the company, yeah. So yeah, he was actually the editor of Financial Times and became the managing editor of the Wall Street Journal 2008. Before that, he was the editor-in-chief of the Times in England. And then he finally became, 2013, the chief executive of News Corporation. Yeah. And then 3 years later, he attended Master's lecture because of the connection with Master Ryokawa, 1991. Yeah, his recognition is not changed. Master is Messiah. Okay, so we sent a text message that the new book was published as the Laws of Messiah this year. He's busy man, but he replied very soon, quickly from the Europe in his vacation, but he replied to the text and he got a book. Yeah. And then he showed in the commemoration video for Master Ryokawa publishing 3,000 books in the venue of Japan, June 1st. So we can watch it. The celebration video for Master's 3,000 book publishing. Okay. So his message.
そして海外からもご祝辞を頂戴しております。ウォール・ストリート・ジャーナル、ニューヨーク・ポスト等を傘下に持つメディア企業、ニュースコーポレーション CEO であるロバート・トムソン様からお祝いのメッセージを頂戴しました。ご覧ください。
For anyone to write one book is a great achievement. For any person to write 3,000 books is truly extraordinary, and it just shows you how extraordinary the master is. It's important in these days of materialism that we allow the flourishing of spirituality, of ideas, of philosophy, and have a greater meaning to our existence. And so any spirituality is a good thing to cherish. And so let me congratulate the Master on 3,000 books. That's only 2,997 more than me. All the very best.
Yes. So hero knows hero. So from the highest place of the mountain, we can see the other mountain top like that. If we are in the forest, we cannot see the top clearly. But if you are on the top, you can see the other top clearly like that. So he knew Master Ryokawa is a Messiah. So he attended the lecture in New York 2016 before Trump was elected. Master Ryokawa predicted like that. Yeah. And their philosophy is very close. And then now he shows up in the a public space. Japanese mass media, all newspapers and TV stations are gathering at the place, and then he's showing up. Yeah, at risk of some kind of criticism, but it does matter for him. Yeah, because he knows how great Master is, right? Right. So this is a time of Messiah. Very a few people knows he is Messiah, but the number doesn't matter. Just we are the evidence. We need to become an evidence to believe Master Ryokawa as Messiah. Right. So the short lecture we will listen to is the very lecture on the commemoration day of publishing 3,000 book with subtitle.
なんかニューヨーク行ってから先ほどちょっと出てましたけど、ニューヨーク行ってから先ほど何ですかウォール・ストリート・ジャーナル等の CEO ですね、経営の総責任者のトムソンさんからメッセージいただいてましたですけれども、あの方30歳の時に紀尾井町ビルに古墳学があった時に私にインタビューした方なんです。オーストラリア人なんですが、 インタビューして、ザ・フィナンシャル・タイムズっていうのに1ページ丸ごと大川隆法インタビューで載せた方なんですね。ジャーナリストで私にインタビューした人はみんな出世してるんです、今まで。例外なく本当みんな出世してる。でいつの間にかオーストラリア人のくせにアメリカで CEO になってる、あんなのありえない、ことなんですけども、偉くなられて、3冊の本書かれたっていう、本当私なんか本当ダ作ばっかり、あと2997冊も載せてしまったっていう、批判をされていましたよね。だから3冊もあれば本は足りるんだっていう、3000冊も書くってよっぽどお前書くこと内容が悪いんじゃないかと、そういうご批判なんじゃないかと思うんですがおかげで外国の方に私を知ってもらうチャンスにはなりました。その中でインタビューの中で彼は幸福の科学をハッピーサイエンスと訳されたんですね。で私それ忘れてたんですけども、後で幸福の科学のことを英語でハッピーサイエンスって使うようになって、私の訳を使ってくれたって喜んでくださって、その時はThe Institute なんとかいうもう研究所みたいな題の横文字つけたんですけど、人生の大学院幸福の科学ということで、これじゃ広がらないっていうことだったんですが、幸福の科学を訳したらハッピーサイエンスじゃないかっていうことも使ってて、それを使ったのでトランプさんが大統領になった年のニューヨーク講演会の時にもご夫妻で来てくださったんでございますけどね、ありがたいことです。そういう方が何十年か経ってまだ活躍されているということはとてもありがたいことです。
Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So we never forget. The reason we are here is based on our spiritual connection with Him through reincarnations, 100 times, 1,000 times, or more than that. We have been born with the saviors in the past lives. Yeah, millions more than millions of years. So yeah. Let's open our memory in the spirit world through today's service. Okay. Right. The secrets are more than what is now, because Master is living here. He has the teaching more than right now, right? So yeah, we will protect Master Ryokawa by our faith and make it succeed on July 7th. Okay. All right. So today we are listening to 3 excerpted lectures from Principle Prayer. First, we'll listen to the lecture about be pure in heart, understand self-reflection and prayer, where Buddhism and Christianity meet, reviewing the last previous service about self-reflection, the ninth principle. Okay, let's go.
この言葉の波動とエネルギーと光が一体いかなる世界から出ているか、あなた方はお分かりでしょうか。それはあなた方が認識しうる世界の中で最も権威を持っている世界から出ているエネルギーであるのであります。そしてこのエネルギーは皆様がたとえ地上を去ったとしても直接に触れることはできないのであります。その機会が今ここに現状しているということを知っていただきたいのであります。私は今皆様に語りかけているようなこのような言葉は、この言霊はもう2000年聞かれていないのであります。イエスが去って2000年、このような言葉が聞かれていることはかつてないのであります。私はそれを皆様に言いたい。そういう時期が来ている。人間としての言葉ではありません。さて、皆様は前回の 反省の原理において一体何を学ばれたでしょうか。その話の中で自らの心と直面するということを教えられたでありましょう。自らの心と直面し、自らの心を裸とし、そしてその透明感の中に神を見るということを教えられたはずであります。なぜ一体そのようなことが教えられたか、その理由がお分かりになるでしょうか。それは私たちは遥かなる昔にすでに体得しておりながら、そうして忘れ去って久しいその感覚を思い出していただくがためであります。どこか遠い世界に、皆さんと全く離れた世界において救いの世界があるのではない。理想の世界があるのではない。永遠の世界があるのではない。人類がユートピアと称し、その理想郷、追い求めてきた理想郷は皆様一人一人の心の中にある。それを私は語ったのであります。それを知ることが反省であります。本当の心を知ること。祈りても祈りてもその祈りが届かないということがあるということなのです。何故にと思われることもあるでしょう。しかしこの祈りの世界は一つの法則のもとにあるということは厳然なる事実であるのです。この事実を事実として認め、そしてそれを学ぶ必要があるのです。ではこの祈りの法則とは何であるか、これを言わなければならないと思うのです。まず心清くあれということを私は言っておきたいのです。反省瞑想祈りという順序を取り上げる場合もありますが、祈りから出発する場合にはまず心清くあれ。この最初の段階が満たせないときにその祈りは届かない。これは法則であります。なぜならばこの祈りを受け止めている世界そのものがそうした世界であるからなのです。まずその清くあれということをもっと皆様に近い言葉でお話をするとするならば、自分というものが消えてしまうような透明な時間を持ちなさいということになります。ふと振り返ってみると、自分がというそうした思いで一日の24時間がいっぱいになってはいないか。自分の幸不幸の思いだけで一日の24時間の思いが成り立っていはしないか。祈りの世界に入っていくためには主語が不要なのです。我と彼、人間と神、こうした主語、これが不要となっていきます。そこに必要なるものは全宇宙を貫き流れているエネルギーと一体となることです。ただそういうことが求められているのであります。そのためには限りなく透明となれ、 限りなく透明の状態で美しく光り輝け。それが大事になります。自分のための愛ではなくて、愛のための愛を感じ取れ。他人のための愛ではなく、愛のための愛を、愛ゆえの愛を、愛が喜びであるがゆえの愛を、喜びが喜びであるがゆえの喜びを、それを満喫せよ、実践せよ、そう言っているのであります。
Right. Okay. So review the master's words like this. What have you learned in the last lecture? The principle of self-reflection. You probably learned to directly look at your inner self, to regain your true mind, and to see God within this purity. So it needs for us to be very pure by self-reflection. Without it, we cannot see God. We cannot see our true self as a soul. Then we need self-reflection. What are the rules of prayer? First, be pure in heart, right? So this is the very same thing as a self-reflection. So Master usually recommends first practicing self-reflection, then meditation, and then prayer. These orders are very important. Self-reflection, meditation, and prayer, because we need purity in our mind when the prayer. But when you directly start from prayer, you must first be pure in heart. Yeah. The same as Jesus Christ said on the mountaintop, yeah. His sermon on the mountain. So this is a very secret in the spirit world or the world of the mind. To more clearly explain purity of heart, I would say purity of heart allows you to experience moments of transparency in which you feel the self has disappeared, rather than feeling the love for yourself. Feel the love for love, rather than savoring the love for others. Savor the love for love. Love it because it is love. Love it because it is joy. Yeah, so he said love because love is like the prayer. Love needs to be more transparent, because we need to be more transparent to go high up to supreme love. Okay, this is revealed in this book. Yeah, developmental stages of love. Yeah, we are going through the very concept of developmental stages of love today to see the secret of a prayer. It is saying like this, right? So love is not present when you are thinking about love sitting alone in an isolation cell. Love exists between people. Love exists in the interaction between people. Love exists as people live together. And love itself is felt through words, actions, and thoughts. It is a sense of presence. But he says, indeed, you cannot come to perceive love as a real entity unless you actually experience a highly contemplative life. But people can feel the presence of love through various moments of love. So he separates the presence of love from the moments of love. Yeah. And through sensing the presence of love, they eventually come to realize that love is a real entity. You see? Go on more. The second stage of love, so there are several stages of love. For people to walk on the path to love or on the path to supreme love, there are 4 stages. All right. So first stage is a primitive love that I omit today. That is like a instinctive love to preserve ourselves like animals. So I omit. And then the second stage is where people believe the moment of love to be love itself. Kind words expressed to others, kind words received from others, an act of kindness, offering a service, a smile, a thank you letter, or consideration for your loved one. These certainly remind us of love. And in some cases, they may be described as love. Yeah. This is the same as our common sense, but these are just moments, not love itself. Yeah. In this book. So for example, donating to people in need or raising funds for the less fortunate is a good deed originating out of love. However, good deeds themselves are not love itself, even though they are moments to attain love. All right, let's go furthermore. In terms of the previous example of donation to the less fortunate, the second stage of love is where you make a donation because you think it is a good thing to do. This is a second stage. It can be affirmed. But there's a higher than that stage. The third stage is where you make a donation because you feel deeply blessed for luckily being in a position to do so and feel a natural sense of oneness with those at the receiving end, welling up from within. This is difficult than the second stage, yeah. But you can see the difference. Yeah. At such times, you can certainly feel the presence of love through the moment of making a donation. Yeah. And then you can see the real entity of love, the presence of love through going through the fourth stage, okay? The fourth stage. Yeah, so by the way, the second stage is corresponding to fifth dimensional world as a goodness realm. The third stage is corresponding to the sixth dimensional world. Yeah. Sorry, a little bit different. So the second stage is a sixth dimensional world, and the third is a seventh dimensional world, like an angel's realm. And the first, we can see the archangel's realm. recognizing love as a real entity. So the fourth stage is where you can recognize love as a real entity. At this stage, you can see love. You can clearly see the love that dwells in people's hearts and the magnetic field of the energy of love working between people. So here you can see love itself, not the people, right? You can see the love, existence of love. It exists like that. This is a parent transparency, right? Not ego, not I or he or human like that. So you do not feel the presence of love through the kind words of others. Rather, you feel that the kind words were given to you as a result of the working of love as a real entity. So love makes you give love, right? So there's no you, there's no me, there's no he or she. Yeah, there's love, the entity of love, the existence of love. Through us, love is working between people, people's heart. In order to realize it, we need to be more transparent. We need to disappear our I or my, like ego. Yeah? So this is a discipline to be transparent, to be closer to love, to be closer to God. Then this is a path that corresponds to Eightfold Path that we learned so far, right? So now we are learning about fourth stage of Eightfold Path. So in the Eightfold Path, you can see divided stages, 4 stages. First will be corresponding to the 5th dimensional world, like right view and right speech lead to fundamental love in the 5th dimensional world. Right action and the right living lead to nurturing love, 6th dimensional world. Then right thought and right effort lead to forgiving love in the 7th dimensional world, like a contemplative life. 4th, right will and right meditation lead to love incarnate. This is what we are aiming at today to understand. So right will is same as prayer, because we set the goal to return to heaven, to the world we need to reside when we return to heaven in the 7th dimensional world. We are aiming at returning this realm. Then one realm above, there is an 8th dimensional world. This is a world where we know completely about love. Love incarnate. Then the Eightfold Path or developmental stages of love are aiming at to climbing up the ladder to the 8th dimensional world, right? We are now aiming at becoming an angel in the 7th dimensional world, knowing what is going on 8th dimensional world, what is love, what is prayer, yeah? And then what is true meditation, the last stage of Eightfold Path. So you know, the Christianity and Buddhism are aiming at the same thing, same state. Truly, it is the state that we are becoming one with God. Yeah. And we are becoming one with others. Okay. This oneness is what Christianity and Buddhism are both aiming at in the very age the founders are living. So this is our teaching, combining the principle of Western culture and the Eastern culture into one together. And then we can see new higher path to God right now, right? So here, we can learn more from the next lecture. Okay.
こうしたことができるようになったときに、心は透明となっていくのです。その思いは純化され、やがて対象を超えていきます。何のためにというものは落ち、何人のためにというものが落ち、祈りは純粋化していきます。そこに真が一如の姿が現れてくるのです。神と我が一つのごとく感じられる瞬間です。この瞬間こそ人間に贈られる最高の幸せであるということを私は皆さんにお伝えしておきたいのです。これを仏教的に大悟ということもあります。大きな悟りです。この大悟は言葉を変えれば真が一如ということであり、真が一如ということは神の心と我の心の区別がつかない状態を言います。そうして願わくばそのような状態が続いて行くことが理想でありますが、それを果たせない凡夫である私たちであるならば、せめて一日のうちのひとときをその神と一体となるために時間を取ろうではないかと言っているのです。皆様に今お話をしている私自身はどうであるかというならば、誠にありがたいことでありますが、一日の24時間真が一如であります。全く真が一如で生きていくことが可能となっています。ありがたいことであります。それは私自身が人生を私物化する気持ちがないからであります。その内容を見れば、なるほど、外見は地上の人間としての私のために必要な時間は数多くあるでしょうが、それを私するつもりがないのであります。より大いなるもののために、その基礎となるために、その土台となるために、土壌となるために、私というものを大いなる私へと昇華させ、そして消え込ませているのであります。真が一如の状態で一日を生きるとき、そこには一つの特徴が現れてまいります。その特徴とは何であるかというと、悩みがなくなるということであります。皆様は それぞれ固有の悩みをお持ちでしょう。他の人とは違う。自分一人だけの悩みというものをお持ちでしょう。しかし、悩みがあるということは、少なくとも真が一如ということはまだ達成されていない。そのことを示しているのであります。その悩みが大きければ大きいほど、深ければ深いほど、広ければ広いほど、まだまだであります。まだまだ至っていないのであります。自分が小さく小さくなって試行錯誤の中に生きていることを意味するのであります。しかし、私はむしろ逆に言ってみたい。悩むならば悩んでもよい。しかし、その悩みの中身を検討せよ。悩みの質を上げよう。もっと悩むのであれば、徹底的に神の代わりに悩んでみよう。悩みの質を高めることです。広げることです。悩みがあるという事実は、まだ大いなる使命に目覚めていないという、それだけのこと。大いなる情熱に目覚めていないという、それだけのこと。そうではないでしょうか。人の心は同時に2つのことを思い描くことはできない。それは一つの真理です。心理学的な法則でもあります。ならば、この心、中を一変させてしまうことです。全く違ったもので満たしてしまうことです。人類幸福化への情熱で満たしてしまうことです。
Thank you, Master Yoko. So review it. Then at this moment, you will experience a state of oneness with God. So the last stage of love as a human being, there's one more realm as a ninth dimensional world, but this is not the world what we are aiming at as a human being. That's a realm of our saviors. So in the fourth step, we can meet God like that. So this very moment is the greatest possible moment of happiness a human being can be blessed with. Yeah. So in an eighth dimensional world, there are some great figures like Socrates, right? And then Lincoln, right? So they are the great figures who are worshipped like God, right? Already. Then we can see what love is. Our discipline as a human being was almost completed. And then next will be the savior. So yeah, knowing it will become to try my best like angels, yeah, of seventh dimensional world this time. Right. So in this state, there's no distinction between the will of God and the will of the self. Yeah. This is the condition of prayer. So we are more becoming purer in our state, climbing up the ladder to God. And then that is the same stages in the eightfold path, right? Reflecting ourselves, like right view, right speech, and right action, right livelihood, right living, and the right thought, right effort, and the right will, and right meditation. If we complete the 7 steps towards the last meditation, if we complete it, we can do right meditation. This is a realm that is the same as archangels, like eighth dimensional world, Socrates, Lincoln. Okay. Then, yeah, he says prayer is like being reborn. So we can learn more clearly about prayer. Why is it so important? So in this world, death is perceived as misfortune or something that brings grief and agony. Yeah. But from the perspective of the inhabitants of the real world, life in this world is indeed death itself. You can see the opposite, yeah, idea from the opposite perspective. So from the perspective of the real world, this life is not freedom at all. It is merely a state where people are crawling around trying to grasp at whatever their hands can touch in an environment where they can neither see nor hear anything. Yeah, in this world. Nevertheless, they consider this state as freedom or respect for individual character. From a political perspective, they consider this democracy. Yeah. But this is a grave mistake. This is a world we are living. Yeah. So knowing the true prayer, we have a totally opposite perspective. Yeah. From the view of a heavenly world, real world that we were in. Then prayer is the final stage. In a true prayer, we can see God. Yeah. We can see we are in the real world. At the same time, we are living in this world. Okay. Socrates was standing for 3 days in the wartime, right? 3 days. It said he was going to the heavenly world in the meditation. Like this. He's living in this world. At the same time, going to the heavenly world in his prayer or meditation, like that state. So, in moments of self-reflection or moments of prayer, which is a deeper state than self-reflection. So, there's an order from self-reflection to prayer, right? We need progress. We need self-reflection before progress. Yeah, there's an order. So first comes first. We need self-reflection. Be more pure. Be more transparent before prayer. The state we are aiming at is the prayer or true meditation, right meditation in the 8th final step of Eightfold Path, right? Because, yeah, so which is a deeper state than self-reflection. We who seem to be no different from babies or even seem to be dead, right? Leave this world for an instant or for some time to return to the world we originally came from. These are the moments when we are truly free. When we return to our original state of freedom, yeah? This is a state that we were in the heavenly world. And to enter the real world, we need to be as same as a soul. Then we need to reflect on ourselves, to be transparent as possible we can. And the transparency that we are attaining in self-reflection is determining the level of where we are returning, right? In this world too, your purity in your mind determines the level of your meditation or prayer. And in the prayer meditation, the more transparent you are, the prayer or meditation gets more higher realm, right? This is our path to God. It's said very clearly in Happy Science. We can see the stairs one by one, yeah? This is the developmental stages of love and Eightfold Path that Master Hokawa gave to humankind already. Yeah. For those living in this world, the moment of prayer is like the moment of death. It is death, but also reverse. Yeah. You are living at the same time dead in your prayer. It means you are in the heavenly world, but it is reborn. Yeah. Through prayer, we are reborn. If we are reborn through prayer, we can no longer continue to live as the same person we were before, like materialistic human, not a physical body, yeah, not material, but we are soul. Okay. After the prayer and meditation, we can live as a soul in this world, dwelling in the physical body. So, yeah, before that, we need to abandon. That is a discipline. Then we need faith. All right, so the third lecture about self-power and other power to understand more clearly the teaching today.
祈りというのは一つのエネルギーの法則であります。それゆえにその祈りが真に神のものに、神のもとへと通じたものでなくとも、形だけ似ておれば、それをどこかで聞いている者もおります。それが私たちが魔界と呼んでいる世界です。そうした世界にいる住人たちも、地上の人間たちの思いや願いを聞いてはいるのです。そして、彼らなりの親切でもって地上の人間に協力をすることがあります。虜となっていきます。彼らの虜となっていきます。そして自国的なる少年の増大を生んでおります。それゆえに私はその事実を知っているがゆえに、祈りの原理において生死生と死の関東に立つような、そうした山の頂上に立つような気持ちでもって祈りを求めよう、神を求めよう、神への思いを吹き出せと言っているのです。その覚悟はなしにやったならば、それは全く反対の行為となってしまいます。そして自国の活動エネルギーとなって、そのエネルギーがどうなる、それをご存知ですか。しかし私から言うならば、地獄界をなくすならば、今のままであるならまず地上界をなくしてしまわない限りなくならないのであります。さすれば皆さんはこの地上界をなくしてしまうという選択を取られるでしょうか。どうでしょうか。地獄界をなくすために地上界をなくしてしまうという選択を取られるか。それが一体何を意味するか。地上界をなくすという選択は何を意味するか。それは神の当初願われた繁栄発展進化という願いをすべて根こそぎ取り去ることになってしまいます。そうではないですか。なくせば悪しきものは消えるであろう。しかし悪しきものが消えた後にあるものは一体何か。それは停滞である。それは枯渇である。枯死である。繁栄なき世界である。進歩なき世界である。その世界で満足されるか。そうではないはずです。ならばこの地上というものを存続させるということを前提とした上でどうする。さすればどうする。 その時に明らかに結論として出るものは、この地上世界を縁としてそうした悪少年が立ち込め、このような間違った世界を天上界において作っていったとするならば、これをやはり自分たちの手でもう一度自由化する、これ以外に方法がないではないか。進化や発展ということを願いながらやるとするならば、自らの心をくらりと変化させ、そして神の心に近づけていく以外に方法がないではないか。それ以外にいかなる方法があるというのか。神に祈るときに自らの人生を前後裁断し、新たな人生を歩み出し、神の心に沿うような、そうした生き方ができる自分となさしめたまえと、ぜひとも祈ってほしい。変わらないではいないという気持ちです。この神聖への決意そのものが大いなる他力となって皆様を今度は救い始めます。そうした決意のあるところに他力の光明が降りてくるのです。修行の方法で自力と他力という大きな2つの訪問を考えることは多いです。そしてそれを全く別個に考えている人も多いです。自力というのは自分を磨いているうちに仏を発見し、あるいは仏と会うという考え方です。他力というものはそういう努力心を去って大いなるものに帰依するときに悟りが得られ、そして幸福が来るという考えです。真理はどちらの中にもない。真理はこの両方を貫くものの中にある。それぞれ真理に近いようであって近くない、遠いようであって近い、しかして別個のもののようであって別個のものの中にではない。この中を貫くものこそ真理、すなわち自分を本当に作り変えようという意図のない人間には他力の恩恵はまたないということを知らねばならない。自力他力はない。それは心が一如となるための入り口の別名であって本当はどちらもない。良いですか。自分を根本から変えねば神のご加護だ恩寵だというようなものが与えられないとするならば、いわゆる今までの他力の思想というものは消え去ることを皆さんはお分かりでしょうか。それもまた消し去らねばならぬ思想であるのです。人間というものは本当の教えを受け継いでいるうちに自分に都合のいい方向へとそれをねじ曲げていくのです。そうした弱さがあります。そうした理解の浅さがあります。今この場で言われたことは、この場では分かったとしても、時間が経過し他の人々に伝える過程において違ったものとなってゆく、そうなりがちであります。そこにあるのは理解の不足と自分を可愛いとする思いであります。この思いが理解の不足とこの自分たちを、あるいは自分を可愛いとする思いが過去宗教を何派にも分け争わせてき、そして現にもまた争わせている原因であります。私たちはこうした神との直面、愛対峙ということを経験する際に、もう一度自ら自身この2つの危うさがないかどうかを振り返ってみる必要があります。 理解において間違いがないかどうか、大事なことです。また、真理を、法を、己の都合のために使おうとしていないかどうかということです。この2点が分かれば、宗教的争いの原因はすべて解決がつきます。この2点です。すべてがそうです。過去においても、現在においても、また将来においても、予想されるのはこの2点であります。この2つのつまずきから人間を救うものはでは一体何であるのか。それを私は2つの言葉で説明してみましょう。第一は悪なき真理の探求であります。とことん探求してみようという姿勢であります。これを決して忘れないこと。お題目やお札のようなそんな気持ちで真理というものを振りかざさないこと。徹底的に追い求めていくこと。これが一つです。そしてもう一つは、絶対の世界、混合界とも言われるその実相の世界の本当の圧倒的なエネルギーを感じることです。これが何を意味するかといえば、謙虚さという言葉に結びついてくるのであります。
All right. So I don't forget. Before I forget, I tell you this learning about this book is starting on July 7th, the next Sunday. Next week will be Dosei Tansai lecture, Be Independent and Strong. We are listening to the lecture on the very day, July 7th. And then next 10th on Sunday will be the same lecture as the 7th day. And because it's a very simultaneous lecture that will be held, then we need to learn more. Yeah. Then the next week I'm going to Kauai on 17th Sunday. I'm broadcasting the service about this book. Yeah. The very start of this book, continuously, maybe 3 weeks at least. Then, okay, to conclude the service, self-power and other power we can call the two different ways to God from the Buddhism side and the Christianity side, as we called it self-power and other power. Okay. So self-power is the idea of discovering or encountering God, Buddha, as you refine yourself, whereas other power is the idea of abandoning such thought of self-effort and obeying God to attain enlightenment, followed by happiness. These two paths are there in this world conventionally, right? You remember? So we can say that as old civilization, faith. Yeah. We need to open up new civilization with Savior. So our work is defined as creating new civilization. Yeah. We are the evidence. We are the proof. So we are standing for new civilization value as humans, okay, as believers in Lode Cantare. So Master said, we are combining two different cultures from East and West, collaborating together. All right. Now we are trying to create a new civilization value, all right, in happy science, right? Like this. So this is cat religion, believing God to be transparent more. And this is a self-help effort to refine ourselves to closer to God, to get closer to God. But neither way are the way to God. There is only one way to combine them to new path, to the right upwards. That's the happy science way. So like too much extreme of believing God leads you to fatalism, predestination thinking, because God saves you. God only saves you, not yourself. But at the same time, there's a risk to think in self-help effort as atheism, too much relying on our human power. Now Buddhism is like this, totally misunderstood, right? As Master said, the humans' narrow-minded thinking made it like it. So we need to go back to original teaching of God in happy science. Yeah. So faith in Lord Alcantara will combine these two ways into one. Yeah. Not leaning in one way, but we are balancing from those two ways, right? So this is what we are creating as a new civilization value, right? That's called believing in Buddha nature. So you can see here, Master doesn't call himself as God, right? But in this lecture, we can see he is a representation of God, right? Because we can be transparent more, getting infinitely closer to God, and then he attained the state, right? So this is the meaning of Lord Alcantara on earth, yeah? So maybe conventional, traditional religions are prohibited to say the human as God, we can see, but we don't say that, yeah? But we need to admit the human who can attune with Creator is now on earth. Yeah. We can see that in this lecture. This is a oneness with God. Yeah, he attained totally. That's a great enlightenment. Yeah. All right. So, however, the truth is not exclusively in either path. It runs through both. Yeah. This is like a maze, but we can go, right? Each of these paths appears to be close to the truth, yet far from it. Each seems far away from the truth, yet close to it. They appear to be two separate paths, yet they are not. In other words, those who do not intend to truly change themselves for the better will not be blessed with the grace of other power. Okay, this is a order. We need to make an effort by ourselves to attain the blessing from the heavenly world. These are the steps, and these are the order. You see, the six-dimensional world accumulating the knowledge of the truth makes you become bodhisattvas, the love realm. All right. So from truth, from knowledge, from wisdom to love. Before love, we need to accumulate wisdom. From wisdom to love, this is an order to become angels, right? So we need to rely on the self-power to attain other power. But these two ways are happening at the same time when we are making our effort. There is a chance to get other power unconsciously. We don't need too much focusing on other power, but when we are trying to making efforts, try to make efforts by ourselves, we are unconsciously get the other power. This is the meaning of the highlighted part. Right. Okay, so we can see Master Ryuhokawa as the same level as the creator of the universe that we learned before. In this blue book, he revealed the creation of this universe. What does it mean? He is the same being as the creator. Otherwise, he cannot see the creation. The creation was happened by the will of God to create space and time and at last direction for happiness and prosperity. So we are invented that way. It said love. We are created by love. His will to create human beings and the universe. That's gonna be space and time, and humans can exist. And we are determined to be happier and more progressive being. So we are aiming at getting closer to God. Yeah. This is the concept. In this book, 3 inventions of God. Yeah. Then we can have gratitude to be given our life every day, and then send our love and gratitude to Lord Alcantara. Yeah, every day, every morning, after wake up, we have gratitude by this concept. Under such circumstance, we can live every day. But to be here is this, is true from the perspective of a heavenly world. To be born again in the heavenly world is this, but at the same time, this is rebirth. And when you experience it in this world, when you arrive, is called prayer and meditation. Yeah. So to attain the state of mind, right prayer and right meditation is the happiness God gave us in this world. Okay, so this is the service today. Thank you so much. Let's recite prayer for the development of our temple to conclude this service. Prayer for the development of our temple. Buddha, our Lord, thank you deeply for giving us the temple, a missionary base from which to spread Buddha's truth and enlighten believers. Buddha, our Lord, encountering Buddha on earth at the time of his reincarnation is such a miraculous opportunity, like coming across the blossom of the Udambara. The flowers once every 3,000 years, or like the blind turtle, finding a single piece of driftwood in the middle of the vast ocean. We are so blessed to have the connection with Buddha, to see and hear the precious lectures that come from the golden mouth of Buddha with our own eyes and ears. This is the greatest happiness of our lives. It is our mission, the devotees of this temple, to tell others of this happiness and extend it to many. Buddha, our Lord, we hereby pledge to join hands and deepen our faith, to endeavor to study the truth, to strive for further enlightenment, and to make the utmost effort in missionary work and in happiness planting. We will surely develop this temple entrusted by Buddha. We will increase believers, nurture them, and bring many who will be enthusiastic in seeking enlightenment, in advancing missionary work, in spreading the books of truth, in making offerings, and having a good influence on society. In the course of time, we will build many Shojadan temples in every area of our country, and we will spread Buddha's truth all around the world, increase believers, and build the bases of light. Buddha, our Lord, our mission is to save every single person through practicing Buddha's law to the utmost. We will produce countless bodhisattvas who become the pillars of their country, a light for the world. We thank you deeply for hearing our prayer for the development of our temple. All right, thank you for joining today's service. Thanks to you, your faith can make today's service, right? Thank you so much. You totally followed the master's lecture. Thank you so much. See you again. Aloha. And then on top of that, I will tell you, here in Hawaii on the July 6th, or I can say July 7th, 0 a.m. How can I say? The 6th at 24, July 7th at 0 a.m. How can I say? You see, is the time the master will give us a lecture, the lecture, yeah. So before you go to bed, let's give our gratitude to Lord Kantare, sending our love to Lord Kantare, so we can be of great help of him, delivering the great lecture on that day. And after you wake up, you can come to our temple, Hawaii Shoja, and you can join the lecture, be independent and strong. Yeah. Let's be attuned with God's will for the rest of days until July 7th. Please remember, every morning, be grateful to God. The thought will help him to deliver the great lecture. Thank you.